I feel like brands have confused you guys more on contour than it should have been in the first place. Contour is the idea of creating shadow. I think why it's confusing is because a lot of brands come out with contour products and they have super warm undertones, and that's a bronzer. That's just confusing as a consumer. By the way, I have a whole video on my app called How to Contour, and it's about this and the difference between bronzer and contour. But in short, bronzer is mimicking sun-kissed skin, bronzed skin. Bronzer typically has a warm undertone, aka orangey. I think if you got truly kissed by the sun, you get that like golden warmth on your skin. Bronzer placement should be everywhere that the light would hit your face. Think of yourself, picture it, you're on a beach, okay? Close your eyes, you're in the sun. Where do you feel the sun hit you? For me, my nose, I always get a clown red nose. Your nose, the tips of your cheeks, right? Your forehead, chin. And why is that? Because the areas that are at the peaks of your face, so the highest points closest to the sun, is where you get bronzed. Go in with your bronzer, you want to apply it on the highest points of your face. High points of the cheeks, remember where you get sunburnt. Nose, high points of cheeks, where your cheek is like peeking towards the sun. Forehead, this is where you get sun-kissed. It a little bit right here on the chin. That is bronzer. And I bring all this up because this is very different than contour. Contour is the idea of shading to create shadow, but it also means a product has a cool gray undertone. This is a gray undertone, warm orange undertone. Rare did a good job of actually creating contour shades. Gray. What else is a great contour shade? Endless Cacao. Gray. Contour, bronzer. When I create a shadow on my face, what shade is this right now? Gray, right? What you're doing with contour is you're creating shadowings, deceiving the eye. Look, this makes me look so chiseled. That's all with shadowing. When you go to apply it, you're typically applying it in the areas that you want to create divots. You want to recede light. Applied the bronzer here. Contour, I would go like in my natural kind of hollow underneath my cheek. And this is if you want that like gaunt look. If you want to lift the eye. And look, we don't need to go into nose contour, but I just want you to see it. Lips, shadow right here. You're creating the appearance. They're so big, they're creating shadows on your skin. If I want to do a look and make my eye look way bigger, thing like Endless Cacao gives the appearance that your eye is so big that it's casting a shadow on your skin. It's all about the tone of your products. That's why bronzing with a gray product doesn't look right. Contouring with an orange product doesn't look right. And sometimes you don't need contour. Like this side of my face, I loved prior. This side of my face, we really sculpted. I could do better blending, but I'm in the middle of filming a ton of videos right now. You don't always need contour. You wanna look more sculpted, more angular, or not. Always remember, bronzer is orange, is warm. Contour is cool, is gray. Placement is bronzer on the high points of your face, contour anywhere you want to deepen, create shadow. If you like these sort of videos, I've launched a how-to series on my app, Makeup by Kelly Anne, breaking down every step: how to bronze, how to contour, how to conceal, how to do brows, how to do lashes, how to do blush placement, how to do the perfect foundation base, how to eyeshadow, how to wing liner. Whatever your questions are, they will be answered in long format, incredible high def, shot in studio footage. You just have to subscribe. Hope you enjoy.